Hello, dear YouTube viewer. Thank you for coming to this Pokemon Gen 7 tier list. I'm excited because it is a generation that I haven't played in years, and I honestly need to be a little bit refreshed on the Pokedex and what I like about it and what I dislike about it. So get ready for some hot takes. If you enjoy, of course, make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video and subscribe if you're brand new. And please be aware I am currently live streaming this, so you will see my chat to, actually I should say underneath me. And if you ever want to see us live, it is at twitch.tv/SmartLockPlays. But enough my chit chat, let's start the music and let's get going. Here we go. All right, so for my content, there was a battle that I did against one of my dear viewers, Mr. Reap. He proceeded to mock me and destroy me with this Rowlet, and I have never seen Rowlet the same since. And while normally I think Rowlet is very adorable, very cute, because of that, because of Reap's horrible actions against me, chat, I'm going to put it, oh, this hurts me, because I would have put it higher. I'm putting the D tier because of what was done to me. Reap, this is your fault. All right, other than that though, moving on, I actually forget what this dude's name is. Chat, help me out on what his name is. I actually don't remember his name, but I will say I'm actually a huge fan of his design. I think it's very mid at best. So I'm going to put him into C tier. And put him into C tier. Then, though, we go to the big boy. Dartrix, thanks for that, there's a request, man. In by the way, brother. We go from Rowlet, Dartrix. I don't have to forget his name either. That's insane. But I love his design. I love his ghost grass typing. I think he's actually super sick. Not cool enough, in my opinion, to go all the way up to S, but a very strong A for me. And I also like his signature move, which I believe is called Spirit Shackle. And by the way, and there's Scott as well. And then we go, chat, to... Yeah, see, clearly I need to get my whole knowledge up to date with Gen 7. I forget a lot of these names. I don't believe it. I think this one's Torracat. I forget what this little dude's called. But I do like him. This is actually my starter in Sun/Moon. So for that, I give him a B. I do the same for Torracat. I also very much like Incineroar. Love the fact he's in Smash. I love kind of like the bit of personality they gave him while he's in Smash. I like his typing. Fire Dark, very cool, in my humble opinion. But is he cool enough to go into S? Sadly not. I like Incineroar. He's a strong A, for sure. But sadly, there's just something missing about him that I just don't like enough to put him fully into S there, for sure. Also, it's Litten. Thank you. Yeah, so Litten was my starter in Gen 7. Then we go to Popplio, which is really cute. I like his name. I like saying his name, quite frankly. Popplio, we'll put him to B. I get not my full-on typings that I like, but he's cool. Then in his second evolution, Popplio, I think, takes a little bit of a downgrade. I didn't like as much. For anyone that's watched my tier list videos, you know I don't like cute Pokemon all that much, and it's starting to get more cutesy, and that's what kind of drops off for me a bit. So I'm going to put it comfortably into C. Now, most of you guys also know that I'm not a huge fan of fairy types. There's very few fairy types I actually like. Like Gardevoir I do like. I like Grimmsnarl. I think he's cool. Those are a couple there, but for the most part, I don't like them. I mean, Water Fairy's not bad, for sure, but I do like her growl. I think it's hilarious hearing it, and just based upon the growl alone, I'm gonna put her into C. Also, as we go through this video, I'm clearly forgetting what a lot of these Pokemon are called. If I keep saying she or he, it's because I've forgotten. So Primarina, there we go. That was better. Okay, yeah, so Primarina, in my opinion, getting a little bit, still kind of cutesy, but the growl was hilarious. Okay, then we go to Peck, which is also a very fun name to say there, in my opinion. But it's like your Pidgey, right? It's like your Spearow that you find all over. To me, I wasn't really blown away by it. We're gonna go very, very average, very comfortable in C. Same for Mr. Trumbeak, although Trumbeak, I do like his name. I think that's very cool. But not cool enough to escape being blatantly average. So to see he goes. Now, though, Two cannon, like the name, like the design, and I believe his signature move is called Beak Blast, which I'm also entertained by. I don't really know his stats that well, but I think he's overall very cool as a Pokemon. So he actually is able to escape out from C and go to be above average at B, based upon design and that name, and also, of course, that signature move of his. Now for Yongoose, I think is also very average. In fact, below, we're going to D there. I don't see why. There's nothing about that really sticks out to me about Yongoose. I don't like the design's okay, I guess. It's just normal, not my thing there. And really the same for Gumshoos. In fact, I don't like Gumshoos design that much. I know there's a reason why it is designed the way it is, but I'm not a fan. I am just not a fan there. All right, then moving on, we go to Mr. Grubbin, and Grubbin, yeah, doesn't really do it for me. There's some cool bug types, but sadly, this is not an example of a cool bug type. To D he goes, for sure. Then we go to Charjabug, which the bug electric type is pretty cool, I will say. I do like that. He definitely has a much better form, I would say, than Mr. Grubbin does, in just pure looks. So for that, he gets out of D and goes into C, but I wouldn't say he's that much better than Grubbin, in my opinion. Now, as far as Vikavolt goes, I always thought he was flying bug whenever I'd face him. Obviously, he is bug electric, and he does have levitate as his ability, which is pretty cool. So reduces or is ineffective or can be hit by the ground attack. So that's neat. Definitely a decently cool design. Ooh. It's hard to say if I'll give him a slight edge and go to B tier. I'll give him that slight edge, Chad. I will. Then we go towards Mr. Crabrawler, and I do like the, he looks like he's like put him up, let me at him type of guy. I like the gloves he's got. I think he's cool. We'll put him to B. I have to say though, with his evolution Crabominable, I actually feel like his design took a little bit of a decrease there, in my opinion. I think it looked better in that way. Yes, obviously becomes ice fighting, way bigger attack, cool. But for me, he's C, and a very strong C. But I kind of like the vibe that Mr. Crabrawler had going for him. I really did. All right. Well, as I said, chat, should not come to surprise anybody. I don't like cutesy Pokemon. Oricorio is definitely that. Yeah, we don't need a cheerleader. That's D. We don't need this. That's D. This one's kind of cool. I do like its design. I'm okay that the ghost flying. It will go to C. It's a little bit better. Also, I believe this becomes the fire flying one. I like fire. It's one of my favorite types. It'll go to C as well. And speaking of cutesy Pokemon, we literally have it in the name in Cutie Fly. That's a no for me. And ooh. I don't want to be cruel. I mean, it is cute. I'll give it that. It's barely a D. That almost, chat, was our full-on F tier. That was almost an F tier there. Almost. And then we got Ribombee, which again, Ribombee, cutesy, Bug Fairy, again, one of the typings I do not like that much. Not for me. That's a solid D tier as well. Okay, then we have Rockruff, which is cute. It's a rock doge. I feel like it'd be a great pet. I'll put Rockruff as a solid B there. I like that. Got Lycanroc. This is obviously less, I don't know, less cooler of the, well, no, this is like its normal form. I forget how it changes. Is it just at night that it changes into its quote-unquote werewolf form? Lycanroc's okay. Never anything I was like, man, this is one of the coolest Pokemon I've ever seen. I believe, maybe it wasn't one of its signature moves, but a Cell Rock, I know it can learn. I thought that was cool. We'll put it, ooh. We'll put it to B. That's fine. Okay, both of its forms I think are very, very cool. Almost into A, but not quite fully there. So both will go to B, but very, very strong B placements there. And by the way, Breach, and their friend, good to see you. Then we get Wishy-Washy, and Wishy-Washy, not really much to write home about. It is a plain-looking old fish. I always can put it in D tier. I'm not, again, nothing that really speaks out to me there, whether it's attack or anything else there. But I do love the fact of what it turns into. I'm a huge fan of that. Oh, it actually has oh my gosh, is it called schooling? I think that's what it is. I forgot what it does there. Its form, I like way better wishy-washy. We'll put that, we'll put it into B tier. Put it into B tier. Then, I have to say, chat, I've always liked Marini. I've always liked Toxapex. I like the defensive capabilities that Toxapex brings. We're gonna go B with Marini. I do like the poison water typing, because I like tentacles typing, so it makes sense there. And then I'm going to go, actually, with Toxapex, put it to A. I like the design. Again, I like the defensive capabilities. And I like the typing it has. I think it's very cool. All right, let me go into Mudbray the donkey. Mudbray has a very interesting haircut. I like his cut G. And simply because of his cut alone, chat, it's going into A. I do like it. Now, Mudsdale, way cooler design. It just looks neat. I do like Mudsdale. In fact, you know what? It'll join Mudbray and going into the AA ranking there. That'll be the plan for sure. And moving on, we go to Dewpider, which is a fun name in my opinion to say. I like the water bug typing, kind of cool. It's a struggle because I'm like, do I go B with it or do I go C? But I'm going to go C with it, chat. I'm going to go C with it. It's a strong C, but not enough for me with design and other stats for me to push it up there. Now, wait, it's Araquanid. Araquanid, very cool design. Honestly, kind of freaks me out. I would not want to see a spider anywhere near me that looks like this. That is frightening. Because of that, because I'm scared being a coward, he's going to see. And then we have our dear friend Fomantis. And Fomantis, it looks all right. Kind of cutesy, kind of not at the exact same time. We'll put Fomantis in the C spot. And then for Lurantis, a little bit cooler. I do like the design a bit more. We'll go into the B there. And I just wish it was not just solo grass. I wish there's something else there. Whether it's grass bug or any other typing there, really, to be honest. All right, then we got Morlul, which when I was looking down here on the list, I almost get I was thinking should Morlul be the F tier for me? It's grass fairy. I don't really like the design much. I certainly would never use it and have not used it. And honestly, again, when I first saw it, I was like, am I going to put this into F tier? And chat, I think I am. We got our first F tier in Morlul. Nothing about it writes home to me. I don't like the design, really. I'm not a fairy type person. And so into the F tier it goes. All right, then we got Shiinotic, which is also not for me. Maybe it putting it into F tier is a little harsh. It could go into D tier. But Morlul doesn't want to be alone in F tier. So into F tier, Shiinotic goes. All right, then we have Salandit. And Salandit's cool enough. I love the typing. I mean, it's a glass cannon, fast as all get out. It's insane. I believe it's a decent special attacker as well, but I know it doesn't have any defenses. So we'll go B tier with it. And also the same for Salazzle, you know what I mean. We will go ahead and put that into the B tier there. I like its different forms and the genders as well. I think it's very neat, personally. Okay, dude. I do think these guys are very cute. I love Stuffle. I love the typing it has, the normal fighting typing. It's adorable, and I love the fact it looks cute, but it packs a punch. Honestly, I'm going to put it... I'm going to put it to S tier, chat. That was my gut feeling. My gut instinct was to put Stuffle into S tier. So our first S tier Pokemon with Stuffle because it's adorable, but also I like Beware. Again, I absolutely love the power it has. I love how cuddly it looks. And I just like the overall design, which again kind of sounds weird because it's kind of cute. Looks a little bit off, but I just love the power it has. And I love it. I love those two. More than I remember, honestly. So into S tier, the two of them. We then go on to Bounce Sweet. And Bounce Sweet is an interesting mon. Very cutesy, but not terrible. We'll put Bounce Sweet into C there We'll do that. And then for Steenie, again, we'll put it into C. Nothing right to me at all, really. Nothing I really care about there. Also, by the way, Greninja, and brother, good to see you. All right, then, there, chat, we have Serena. It's Serena. It's really the same thing as Bounce. We have the same thing as Steenie. Nothing writes home to me about it. Not a huge fan of the designs. I don't really like the Solar Grass typing, and I'm going to go ahead and move on and put it into C, and that's being pretty generous. Also, chat, everyone that's here, a little bit different of a stream. This is going out to YouTube, and it is the tier list, so I'm trying just to make sure I stay focused. But I'll talk to you guys a bit after this video is over, just so you guys are aware. Love you all. All right, then we have Comfy, and you guys already know I don't like cutesy Pokemon, and I don't like fairy Pokemon. So get into F tier and away with you. I would never use Comfy in my life. Not now, not ever, chat. Not ever. Now, we go on to Oranguru, and chat, I don't know if it's just me, but I think Oranguru is kind of creepy. I don't know what it is about him, but he's kind of creepy to me. I'm going to put him into D tier. I'm not a fan, and it freaks me out. Simeon is a little bit better. It's not creepy to me. It almost reminds me of something like the Tears of the Kingdom boys. I forget their name. As they are like climbing the walls, like whether it be in Wells or somewhere else. It's C tier. It's better. It's better Ranguru for sure, but Ranguru is just it's just creepy to me. It really is. All right, then we got our dear friend Wimpod. Wimpod is going up to B tier, and I'll tell you why. Only because he evolves into, I'm gonna mispronounce it probably, Belisapod, which I think is a really cool mon, and I love the fact that, oh my gosh, with Guzma, the leader of your ops in Sun and Moon, I thought he had a really cool theme. Liked him. I thought he was pretty neat. So that's why Whimsipod is in B tier, and we're going into S with Golisopod. I thought he's really cool. Liked his typing, and I like some moves he had that Guzma used. I've always liked him. Very cool. Then for Sandygast, I like the Ghost Ground typing. I think he's got a cool design. I like overall what he is. We go to a B tier here. Same thing really with Palossand. I think it's you say Palossand. Very cool. The fact it's literally a sandcastle. That's a cool design. Very cool design. Actually, almost into A tier with as cool a design as it is. Okay, then we got Pyukimukyu, and unfortunately for Pyukimukyu, it does not have the cool evolution that Whimsipod has going to Golisopod. Pyukimukyu is going to stay in D tier, and that's where it's going to be. I don't like it very much. And then that's a big stretch. Also, I forgot that Type Null was in Gen 7 somehow. Very cool Pokemon, very interesting design, very interesting species, I suppose you could say. It kind of looks like a Digimon to me, honestly. I'm going to put Type Null into the B tier. And I'm going to put Savali into also B tier. Again, very, very strong B tiers there for sure. But it's missing the little bit extra oomph that I need in order for it to be A tier. All right, then we got Minior in both its forms. Interesting Pokemon. Love the fact that it has like the shields down power up. I think it's pretty cool. But the design is okay. He looks a little bit funnier when he's outside of his rock shell. I can put both in C. I feel comfortable with that. Then we got Kamala, who's always sleeping. Kamala doesn't really write home to me. It's average. It's C. Turtonator is a little bit better. Fire Dragon type, pretty cool. I mean, a Dragon Toidle is very different. You don't hear that every day. We'll go to B tier with that. Oops, go to B tier there. Then we got the Togedemaru, which I like his name. I like the fact he's a little ball there. And he is cutesy, but cute enough to where I like him. I'll go B tier. Then, dude, ooh. I actually forgot how much I've liked some of these Pokemon here. I very, 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 very much like Mimikyu. I love like the oh my gosh, it's not called Cloak. It's called a Disguise. I'm sorry, that's what it is. The Disguise design that it has. I think that's the, like how it prevents some damage there, depending on how much it is in the first hit. I think that's really cool. Like it's shiny, it's S. Mimikyu is a very, very cool mon, and I definitely do like it for sure. Big fan, big fan. All right, then we got the Rainbow Fish, Bruxish. Water Psychic's neat, but somehow its design just does not do it for me. The colors are cool, I'll give it that, but not full of my speed. We'll go C tier with it. Then we have our dear friend Drampa, a normal dragon type, which, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, I believe this was the first ever normal dragon, and by the way, Berserk, I believe this is the first ever normal dragon. Interesting typing for sure. You don't, again, I can't remember if that ever having seen it before. I kind of put him in like the same category as Druddigan, which kind of forgettable if I'm being honest. So I'm gonna put him into, I'm putting him into D tier. I hate to do him like that, but I mean, who here remembers Drampa? I don't. I certainly don't. And also by Maxolotl. YouTube sir. So I don't know. It's not for me. Now we go from D tier though to Delmise, which I think is a super sick design. Love the fact it's Ghost Grass. I believe it has a massive defense, if I'm not mistaken. I'm a huge fan of Delmise. That's an S tier for me. Definitely one of my favorite ghost types, for sure. Very fun there. Then we go to Jangmo-o, which I remember my brother used on his Sun and Moon team. Do like them. I think it's progressively cooler as it evolves. We're going B tier with Jangmo-o, and then we're going A tier with Hakamo-o, I believe you say it, and then Kuma-o is an S. Very cool. That typing is sick to me. I love the dragon fighting type, and I believe, unless I'm mistaken, it was a pseudo legendary in Gen 7, I believe. All right, so now we go to our Tapus. I think by far Tapu Koko is the coolest looking of them. Electric Fairy, very interesting typing. I am going to put Tapu Koko into the B tier. Gets a little bit worse here, Tapu Lele. Again, a little more cutesy design coming down for me. We'll go C. And then with the Tapu Bulu, I like the dude's, what you call it? I like the dude's kind of like hair or headpiece. Much more than I do like the Tapu Lele. So we're going to B tier with him. Also by Kristen. Welcome. And Jojo. Welcome. And good to see both. So, we then go on to Tapu Fini, and I don't know what to say about Tapu Fini. I mean, it's neat. Water Fairy, I can work with that. It's not the worst. I'll put Tapu Fini into B tier. We'll go there. We'll go there. All right, then we got Cosmog, which I know is a big thing. Has a big thing to do with the game, but if it didn't, it to me, it wouldn't really write home for me. So we're going to C with Cosmog. Its evolution is also going into C. Sorry, not sorry there. Then we get to Solgaleo, which I absolutely love. I thought for sure he would have been a fire type when I first saw him, but he actually is Psychic Steel. Love his design. That's an S for me. Then we get to Lunala, who is Psychic Ghost, which in my opinion is a very cool typing as well. Very cool design. But I think Solgaleo has a little more of that intimidation piece on it. It looks a little bit better. It's a little bit better than Lunala. It goes into a very strong A tier, almost into S tier, chat. Almost into S tier. Then we got Lego. I probably said that wrong. I remember that was a very interesting piece there on how all that came to be with this Pokemon. We'll go B. Its growl was interesting. It's cool. Okay, then, chat, we go to Buzzwole. If I ever saw this Pokemon face-to-face, a jacked bug, there would not be enough flamethrowers in the world for me to kill this thing. It looks like some messed up bug DBZ fighter, and I do not like it. It scares me. It terrifies me. I'm going to put it... It's kind of cool in its own way, but it's also terrifying. I'll put it to C tier there, and also back to Reap. Also, I really forgot about Pheromosa. Don't really like the way this thing looks at all. I'm putting that to D tier. It freaks me out, man. Exurgatree looks like Escape Wise. We'll go C tier. To me, it's almost being generous. Oop. There. There we go. Then for Celesteela, again, like, cool enough concept, I guess, but a little bit above average, but not quite enough to go to B for me. So to to C tier it goes. Then we get to Kartana, which I think is much cooler than the last 4 Pokemon that we just saw there of the beasts. So we're gonna go for Kartana. We're actually gonna go B. I like the sharpness, obviously, of what the Pokemon has. Very cool, and I love its speed. I like its speed. Also, I believe it has a massive attack as well, which I like. So I can work with it. I can work with it. That's fine. All right, then chat. Then we have Guzzlord, and Guzzlord, an interesting mon. The Dark Dragon's an interesting typing, and I also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe that Guzzlord, excuse me, I don't believe there had been a Dark Dragon type before this. So I believe this is the first of its kind. It's a big boy. I don't mind it. We'll put him into B tier. We'll put him into B tier. Then we get to Necrozma, which honestly, I think is a pretty cool Pokemon. We're going to put him into, we'll put the B tier as well. Now, I only played Sun and Moon, the original, specifically Sun, or, specifically Sun, whatever Solgaleo was in, it had to have been Sun. I did not play Sun and Moon 2, so some of these things I'm a little bit unaware of. But it's actually the first time I'm seeing some of these things. This fusion with Solgaleo, it looks like Necrozma, is sick. I'm putting that into S. I like it. Looks very cool. Also, the fusion with our dear friend Lunala is insane. In fact, I think it's cooler than Solgaleo. That's S by far, for sure. Not even understanding its stats. Then, I don't know if my handy cheat sheet's gonna tell me what this thing is. I don't know what that's even fused with, but it also almost looks like a fusion with Giratina with Necrozma. We'll go with A with that. It's not quite as cool as like these two here, but it's cool enough. It is definitely cool enough there. Then, chat, we have our dear friend Magnera. Can't say I've ever used it. Steel Fairy. Looks like a metal bunny rabbit. We'll go C with it. Not too much right home there. Now, I have seen Marshadow. Never used him, but I've seen it in Smash. Obviously, I know of his existence. I do like the fighting ghost type. I think that's really cool. That side's not so bad. I'll put Marshadow into the B tier. Then we got Poipole. Is that really how you say his name? If that's how you say his name, I absolutely love that, by the way. Just because I say his name, is Poipole's going into B for sure. And then Naganadel, Poison Dragon, also I believe the first of its type. Cool. Wait, no, maybe Goodra was there first. But regardless, interesting. Kind of looks like a wasp to me. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of it. I like Poipole's name way better. We're putting it to C. We're putting it to C there, chat. Then we got Stakataka, which is a hilarious name in of itself. And it's literally just a bunch of blah. Wow, this thing is slow as molasses. I just saw its speed. You know what? I like it. Stakataka, speaks to me. Maybe not to put it to A or to S tier, but that works. It works there. Also, we have a literal clown. We have Blacephalon. I have never used this Pokemon. The fact it's Fire Ghost, I would never have guessed that. That's unique. We'll go B with it. Clearly, I've not played Sun and Moon 2. That much is clear. Now, we do have Zorora. I've seen it before. Obviously know he's electric. That's about it. I still don't really know much of his origins, but he looks cool. We'll put him to A tier. I like it. I would have thought he'd been electric fighting, but he's neat. Very, very cool. Then we have Meltan. And Meltan, remember when he was there with... was he a Pokemon Go exclusive? I feel like he was. Maybe I'm way off my rocker with that, but that's where I remember him from. But Chad, I'm sorry, he's D. What else? Meltan, I don't know, it doesn't ring a bell for me much. He's a little bit better at Metal, so we'll go with that. We'll put him to C tier. Now, what's funny is I love the little graphic here with Executor, the Alolan form, the fact you can't see him. We'll do this as well. I just love the fact he's Grass Dragon. We're going to B tier with him. I do like this new version. I believe Fire Ghost with Marowak. Very cool. I love the typing. Love how it looks. B as well. The rat. He's a little bit better than the Purple Rat, but not enough to get anywhere else other than C. And the same Eradicate. And now his cheeks are all full. I mean, he's cool, but he also, is he quadruple weak? Is he dark normal? Let me double check that real quick. I think it becomes like dark normal, if I'm not mistaken. Although, actually, my little handy cheat sheet on Cerebi, I don't think it's showing me. You guys will know. Yes, he is. Okay, so he becomes dark normal. Now, I will say this. For Alolan Raichu, I love the typing. And fun little story. When I was playing Sun and Moon, I actually did a Wonder Trade there, and someone gave me a hacked Raichu, Alolan Raichu. It was shiny. All of its stats were perfect. It was insane. It was quite nice to have. And I enjoyed having that Raichu. So because of that, and also I like its design, I like its typing, we're putting it to A tier. I do like Alolan Raichu quite a bit. We got the Alolan Sandshrew, which, you know what? Sandshrew I feel like is a very underrated, not very talked about Pokemon. I like this little guy. We're putting him to A tier, chat. In fact, we're going to put his brother, his older form, his evolution, Sandslash, into A as well. We got to, chat. We got to. We absolutely got to. Now, Vulpix, I do like, but chat, unfortunately, it just doesn't cut it for me. You know, you got the Ice Fairy there. You got the Ice Fairy, and you guys know I don't like him. I'm sorry to do this. I don't mean to do this, but I do. Vulpix goes into F tier, and so does Ninetales. It's just keep it fire. If you had kept it fire, it would have been so much higher. But unfortunately not, chat. Unfortunately not. All right, then we got Little Dug Trio, and I always have liked Diglett. Diglett I think is hilarious, and the fact he's starting to grow hair is amazing. We're gonna put him in A. I love the fact he starts getting hair, and of course, he then gets the full hair in the trio, which is phenomenal. We're putting him into A. We're putting him in A by far. Then we go into Meowth. Other than the anime Meowth, you know, being what it is, I've never thought too much about Meowth. It's a normal type Pokemon that likes money. Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry, but we're going to D tier with Meowth here. I'm not a huge fan. We just can't do it. And then Persian's a little bit better. Tiny bit better enough to go into C. It sneaks into C. But it almost is right down there with Meowth. Now, in my opinion, I do like Geodude, the Kanto form. I feel like in terms of design, the Rock Electric's cool, but it took a step back. It took a little step back in design for me. We'll put it to C. It would have been higher if it's the normal base Geodude form, but not here. Graveler, it just doesn't do it for me. I like that they were trying to do something with you know, Geodude and all the evolutions. That's cool. But it just, there's something here, it just does not work. So, with that, and also by Kevin, and Brother, and also, and Drew, Golem is a little bit better to me, but still took that step back that it took from it lost from its Kanto form. So we're going to see with it. Now, the new Grimer in Gen 7, kind of actually, I like it more. I believe it's Poison Dark, which is cooler than just being Poison that we had in Kanto. We'll go B tier with him. And honestly, with the, obviously, you know, Gen 7 being set in, it has to be, like, isn't it Honolulu, Hawaii? With, like, the rainbow there, with Muck, and it being Poison Dark, it's an improvement. It looks cooler. Its typing is cooler. Chat, we're going A with it, actually. That's where I'm going with it, for sure. It just looks better. Like, I actually have always liked Muck in its own way. I know it's just a bunch of goop and it being poison, but I feel like it took a step forward in design here in Alolan. So chat, that is the tier list. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. For those who are watching this video later on, type in the comments what you agree with some of my choices and what you disagree. But in our S tier, you can see what we got here. Of course, we had to put the stuff of Beware. We had to. We had to put the Lone Raichu at A. There's some notable pieces there. The Necrozma and Palossand. No, almost would consider putting an A tier, but just not quite enough. Gone to B tier. We had to put, by far, Buzzwole into C. Heck no, that thing terrifies me. It's sick, but also terrifying at the exact same time. And then the Rowlet, because of what the PTSD I get from what one of my viewers, Reap, did here on Twitch. Had to put him there. And then F tier, of course, we have a lot of the fairy. Actually, they're all fairy types. They all share one thing in common, if I'm not mistaken. They all do. So, if everybody enjoyed and you're watching this video later on the YouTube channel, make sure you leave a thumbs up on it and subscribe if you're brand new. And remember, as I say it at the end of all the videos, remember, stay happy, stay healthy, and remember to smile. You all look so much better, you smile. Remember, I love you, Jesus loves you, and I will see you guys in the next video. I would say bye, except for anyone that's watched my tier list for any amount of time. I always do one troll piece. How could I, chat? No. I love Alolan Vulpix. I love Alolan Ninetales. In fact, Alolan Vulpix is almost S, but Alolan Ninetales gets to the S. I've liked Ninetales' design in Kanto, and I love it also in the Alolan form. They're amazing. But all right, now with that being said, bye, friend. Speak soon, and I hope you enjoyed the little troll.